Hello, Bob Ullman here, New Hampshire, as we're getting through the month of September. And I want to wish everybody a great morning. It's a beautiful day here in New Hampshire. The topic today is something we talked about on and sorry for the movement there of the camera. That was my fault, moving the table. Anyway, I want to talk today about the topic. Well, it was a topic that was covered, that was alluded to on our morning mindset call. It was taking full responsibility. This is something I first got exposed to this concept many years ago when I read the book by David Schwartz, The Magic of Thinking Big, and I started reading about excusitis and all the excuses people make, and I realized then that that was the reason for a lot of failure. It did not really sink in until about 2 years ago, as I started really studying personal development on a continual, everyday basis, and I do believe we need to take it in every day, just like we need a good meal, daily. We need the stuff for our mind has to come in daily. So I do believe in heavily, whether it's reading, audios, events, taking it in daily. That changes your life. I really. One of my mentors, Kevin Trudeau, pointed out about in some studying I was doing with him about the taking full responsibility for everything that occurs. And I realized that everything that has happened in our life, everything that exactly where we are today, exactly what we're doing today, everything up to now is why you're where you are today. Now, if your health is not right, then it's your responsibility. If your business is not right, you're not making enough money, that's your responsibility. If you don't have enough friends or love in your life, well, then you have to own that too. You have to take responsibility for everything. Now, when I hear people always, and I think we all do, making excuses, well, if this had happened, this would have been bad. Oh, if only that. Oh, no, that's not my fault. I do it very, very well. Well, this is, I just know right away. And sometimes I try to say something. I find that many people that rely on these excuses sometimes get angry when you point when you even point out to them that they should be taking responsibility. They don't all like to hear it. They're not all ready to, and that's fine. I understand it. People have to come to that at their own time. But I do think it's a great thing. I know that when I started taking responsibility for everything in my life, good and bad, whatever it was, and really owned it and accepted it and realized that I have the power to, create this. I can also create that. Hey, this particular result, which I may not be so happy about, maybe I had at one point a financial result or something I wasn't so happy with, I can change that. Hey, even with health. I mean, even and I've even proven it with health, even with serious health conditions at sometimes. I myself take full responsibility for my health. That's just the way it is. I don't rely on doctors. No doctor is going to give me health. I give myself health. I'm responsible for my health. A doctor can't give someone else health. Doctors can suggest things, and I'm not saying that all doctors are not suggesting things that might really help, but many of them are tied up in the whole thing with drugs and quick surgeries and things like this and quick fixes. I don't believe in that. I believe that we should take full responsibility for our health as well, and live the kind of way that creates good health, and think about good health, and think about through our mind, through the things we do, the actions we take, the exercise, whatever it is, the foods we eat. We have responsibility for that. If we create a disease, we could decreate that. We could bring ourselves back to health. We've been given all that power between us and God. We have the ability to do all that. We don't need doctors for that. Now, does that mean all doctors are bad? Of course not. And the medical, I believe medical has a strong place in emergencies. If there's an emergency, a doctor is good, or sometimes a surgery is absolutely necessary to save a life, possibly even a medication and a life-saving thing. But for the most part, we don't want to rely on this. We want to rely on us for giving ourselves good health. And I could tell you, at 65 years old, I am responsible. I don't take any medications. I feel great. on a daily basis. I have more energy than I've ever had. And I don't go to doctors. Yeah, if I had an emergency, I would. Other than that, what do I need them for? Okay, so I mean, that's my take on it. And when it comes to finances, the same thing. Financial business. We were talking about business, home-based businesses. Some people say, oh, my sponsor, if he would have only returned my calls, if he would have done this, if he would have done that, he didn't give me enough time, he didn't show me the way. That's not it. You take responsibility. If the company you're in doesn't have a good system, a good team build system, well, maybe you need a new company. Okay? But the fact is that we have to accept full responsibility for the good and the bad in our lives. And the nice thing is we can change it on a dime. They say success is a decision away. It truly is. It's a decision away. So when you take full ownership for everything that's happened in your life, that's when you'll start moving forward fast. I want to do one thing. I don't rant a lot about government and all that stuff. I have no need to put government down. I'm thankful in many ways for government because they provide certain safeties and things like that we need to function in society. So I try to look for the good, and that. But at times I do notice problems and mistakes. They tend to get us into too many fights, too many wars, this and that, which I don't agree with. I simply don't. I'm not saying that it's never necessary, but it's certainly not necessary to be aggressive. Okay. Now, in terms of striking out, sometimes 9,000 miles away to protect ourselves. When it comes to coddling us, as I think they've done, so many people are in the mindset that I deserve this. I've got to get this. The government owes me. The government owes me this. That they should do this. They should do that. Oh, they're not giving me enough. They're not doing enough. They're not giving me enough. Food stamp, whatever it is. Hey, take responsibility for your own life. Get off that taking mentality. That's and the government helps that by giving more and more and more. I just don't agree with that. Just don't agree with that at all. I don't believe in giving more and more and more. Now, private organizations want to do things for people. It's one wonderful thing. We don't need government for that. That's not what it was ever created for, and it was created to protect us, not to be this incredible safety net all the time. And in terms of financial stuff, it's just not. I don't see it. Whenever they've tried to meddle, as they have in banking crises, this, that, the other thing, mortgage deals. I was in the mortgage business. I saw what happened. They muck it up. They manage to screw it up. They think they're helping. They screw it up. Let the chips fall where they may. Take responsibility for your own life. Be responsible. I'm leaving the state of New Hampshire. Maybe not permanently. I might come back on hot weather. I'll always have a love for New Hampshire. One thing I love about it is our state motto on our license plate, and I really do feel we live it in this state. Live free or die. Live free or die. That's my motto. That's what I stand for. I hope you have a great day today on this wonderful Thursday. Oh, there, I said it. I said the date. The day. Anyway, you got the day out of me. We'll catch up later on. Bye-bye now. Catch you next time.